You're doing everything right, but your blood sugar is still out of control. Sound familiar? Maybe you've cut out sugar, followed your doctor's plan, even exercised more than ever. But the numbers just won't go down. And that constant fear of complications, of losing control, of what might happen next, it's always there. You're tired, and honestly, you have every right to be. But what if there's something your doctor hasn't told you? A missing link that could help your body finally respond the way it's supposed to. Not another medication, but something natural, something simple. In this video, I'll show you the top 5 essential vitamins that can help support your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and give you back a sense of control, backed by science, and proven by real people who've been where you are. If you've ever felt alone on this journey with diabetes, I promise, you're not. This channel exists to give you real, honest guidance that actually works. No fluff, no false hope, just straight answers and support. So let's dive in, starting with a vitamin that most diabetics are shockingly low in, yet it plays a huge role in controlling blood sugar. 1. Magnesium. So now that you know vitamins could be the missing key in your blood sugar journey, let's start with one of the most underrated and most essential nutrients that almost every diabetic is low in. We're talking about magnesium. This mineral isn't just important, it's vital. It's involved in over 300 chemical processes in your body, and many of those are directly related to how your body processes glucose and how well your insulin works. Now, here's the hard truth. If you're living with diabetes, your body is more likely to be low in magnesium. Why? Because high blood sugar causes your kidneys to flush it out. So even if you're eating healthy, your levels may still be too low. And when magnesium is low, it sets off a chain reaction. Insulin resistance gets worse. Inflammation goes up. Blood pressure rises. And your risk of complications like heart disease or nerve damage increases. But here's the good news. Research shows that adding magnesium back into your routine can help turn things around. A study published in Diabetes Care found that magnesium supplementation significantly improved insulin sensitivity, which means your body uses insulin more effectively, helping you manage your blood sugar. Another study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that magnesium also reduces inflammation, a key driver of diabetic complications like heart disease, nerve pain, and kidney issues. Magnesium also helps lower blood pressure, protect the heart, support kidney function. These are areas of the body that diabetes often puts at risk, so protecting them is a smart move. Now, you can get magnesium from food, like spinach, almonds, and black beans, but most people don't get enough from diet alone, especially those living with diabetes. Add in stress, certain medications, and high blood sugar, and your magnesium levels can drop even further. That's why many experts recommend a supplement. The best forms are magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate. They're easy on your stomach and absorb well. A typical dose is 200 to 400 milligrams per day, but make sure to talk to your doctor first before starting anything new. It's easy to feel like your body is working against you when you're battling high blood sugar every day. But sometimes it's not about trying harder. It's about giving your body the tools it's quietly begging for. Magnesium is one of those tools. And adding it to your routine may be a small shift, but it can lead to a big difference. Better sleep, calmer nerves, lower blood pressure, more stable sugars. That's not just numbers on a screen. That's quality of life. And when you start to feel better, even just a little, something changes inside you. You begin to believe that progress is possible, that healing is within reach. Here's the most surprising part. Most magnesium deficiencies go completely unnoticed, even by doctors. It's not always tested, and it could be the reason why, no matter what you've tried, your numbers haven't budged. So if you've been feeling stuck, hopeless, or frustrated, magnesium might be your first breakthrough. But magnesium is just the beginning. Up next, we'll talk about a vitamin that does way more than support immunity. It actually helps pull sugar out of your blood and into your cells where it belongs. Let's move on to vitamin D. 2. vitamin D. Now let's talk about another game changer, one that your body can actually make all by itself if it gets the right signal. We're talking about vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. But don't let that soft nickname fool you. Vitamin D is powerful, especially when it comes to blood sugar control. And if you're living with diabetes, there's a high chance you're not getting nearly enough of it. Why does that matter? Because vitamin D isn't just about bones. It plays a direct role in how your body uses insulin and handles glucose. Low vitamin D levels can lead to increased insulin resistance, weaker beta cell function in the pancreas, that's where insulin is made, higher inflammation, which worsens complications like nerve damage, heart problems, and kidney disease. In short, when vitamin D is low, everything gets harder. But there's hope, and science backs it up. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that people with type 2 diabetes who supplemented with vitamin D saw a clear improvement in insulin sensitivity, which means their cells responded better to insulin and blood sugar levels came down. Another study from Diabetes, Obesity, and Metabolism showed that vitamin D actually helps beta cells in your pancreas work better, allowing your body to naturally produce more insulin when it's needed. That's a big deal. Why? Because when beta cells get tired, blood sugar rises fast. But when they're supported, your body starts fighting back on its own. Vitamin D also works as a natural anti-inflammator, reducing the risk of diabetic complications. And as a bonus, it strengthens your bones. That's important because people with diabetes are more prone to fractures than most people realize. Now, can you get enough vitamin D from food? Not really. And sunlight? That depends. Yes, your skin makes vitamin D when exposed to the sun, but if you live in a colder climate, spend a lot of time indoors, or wear sunscreen often, you might not be producing enough. And darker skin tones naturally produce less vitamin D from sunlight. That's why supplementing is often necessary. Doctors usually recommend vitamin D3, the active form your body can use right away. A safe and effective range is usually 1,000 to 4,000 IU per day, but the best thing you can do is get a blood test to check your levels. A healthy range is 30 to 50 N/mL. If you're below that, talk to your doctor about how much to take. And here's something no one tells you. When your vitamin D levels improve, people often report more energy, better sleep, and improved mood, on top of better blood sugar control. That's not just good science, that's real life change. Because feeling tired, stuck, and out of balance isn't just about your willpower. It's about your chemistry. And sometimes, restoring just one missing piece can create a domino effect toward healing. You are not broken. Your body is trying, and vitamin D could be the support it's been waiting for. But we're not done yet. The next vitamin on our list may not get much attention, but it plays a silent, powerful role in helping your cells actually use the sugar in your blood. 3. Chromium. We've covered magnesium and vitamin D2, nutrients most people don't realize are deeply tied to blood sugar control. But now let's talk about a trace mineral that doesn't get much attention, yet it could be the quiet support your insulin has been missing all along. Let's talk about chromium. Chromium is what we call a trace mineral, meaning your body only needs a small amount of it. But don't let that fool you. Its role in blood sugar management is huge. Here's why. Chromium acts like an insulin assistant. Think of insulin as the key that unlocks your cells, so glucose can move out of your bloodstream and into your muscles for energy. Now imagine chromium as the oil that keeps that key turning smoothly. Without enough chromium, that whole process slows down. Glucose stays in your blood longer. Insulin has to work harder. And over time, this contributes to insulin resistance, higher blood sugar, and increased stress on the pancreas. And guess what? People with type 2 diabetes are more likely to have low chromium levels. But there's good news. Research published in Diabetes Technology and Therapeutics found that chromium supplementation significantly improved insulin sensitivity and helped lower fasting blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. Another study in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacy and Therapeutics highlighted chromium picolinate, a highly absorbable form of chromium, and found it lowered hemoglobin A1C, that's your long-term blood sugar marker. That's not just helpful, that's meaningful progress you can track. But it doesn't stop there. Chromium has also been shown to lower LDL cholesterol, improve HDL cholesterol, support heart health, a major concern for anyone with diabetes. So how do you get it? Chromium is found in small amounts in foods like broccoli, whole grains, lean meats. But, and this is important, the amount of chromium in food varies depending on the soil where it was grown. That means even a healthy diet might not give you enough. That's why chromium supplements can be helpful, especially in the form of chromium picolinate, which is easier for your body to absorb. The recommended dose ranges from 200 to 1,000 micrograms per day, depending on your needs, but always speak with your doctor first, especially if you're already taking medications like metformin or insulin, since chromium can enhance their effects. Now here's something many people don't realize. When chromium levels improve, your cravings may go down too. That's right, some people report less hunger and more stable energy, which makes sticking to a healthy lifestyle easier. And when blood sugar starts to behave, life starts to feel manageable again. You feel like you're finally getting somewhere, you feel empowered. Because this isn't about being perfect. It's about understanding what your body really needs to function better. And chromium? It may be the quiet partner your insulin has been waiting for. So far, we've talked about minerals and sunlight vitamins, but up next is a vitamin that protects something many diabetics overlook: their nerves. And if you've ever felt tingling, numbness, or burning in your hands or feet, you'll definitely want to hear what's next. 4. Omega-3. We've talked about minerals, sunshine, and insulin helpers, but now let's focus on something that doesn't just help with blood sugar. It protects your heart, your blood vessels, and your nerves all at once. Let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These healthy fats are essential, meaning your body can't make them on its own. You have to get them from food or supplements, and if you have diabetes, you need them more than ever. Why? Because diabetes is not just a blood sugar issue, it's an inflammation issue. Chronic inflammation makes insulin resistance worse. It damages blood vessels. It raises the risk of heart disease, nerve damage, and kidney failure. This is where omega-3s come in. They're natural anti-inflammatories, like firefights for your cells. They cool down the invisible fires that are quietly doing damage inside your body. A study published in Diabetes Care showed that omega-3 supplementation significantly reduced triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood that can clog arteries and lead to heart attacks or strokes. They also improve your overall lipid profile, meaning better cholesterol balance. Plus, omega-3s help prevent blood clots, stabilize heart rhythms, and reduce the risk of sudden cardiac events. That's huge, especially because people with diabetes have a 2 to 4 times higher risk of heart disease than those without it. And here's something even more encouraging. Some research shows that omega-3s may even improve insulin sensitivity in certain people, making it easier for your cells to take in glucose and lower blood sugar levels naturally. Now let's talk about how to get them. The most effective form of omega-3s comes from EPA and DHA, found in oily fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines. Eating 2 servings per week of these fish is a great goal. But if fish isn't a regular part of your diet, or if you're plant-based, you can still get omega-3s through supplements. Fish oil and algae oil are excellent sources of EPA and DHA. Look for a dose of 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams per day combined EPA and DHA for therapeutic effects. And make sure the label lists how much EPA plus DHA, not just omega-3s in general. If you prefer plant-based options like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, you'll be getting ALA, another form of omega-3. But here's the catch. Your body has to convert ALA into EPA and DHA, and it does so very inefficiently. Only about 5–10% gets converted, so while these foods are healthy, they're not enough by themselves for therapeutic benefits. And one more important note. If you're taking blood-thinning medications, talk to your doctor before adding high-dose omega-3s, because they can slightly thin the blood as well. The point is, omega-3s don't just support blood sugar. They protect your entire cardiovascular system, reduce inflammation, and may even reduce the risk of diabetic complications down the road. And when your heart feels more stable, your energy more consistent, and your numbers more predictable, that's when hope starts to return. That's when you stop just managing diabetes and start pushing it back. But we've got one more to go. The final vitamin on this list isn't just about blood sugar. It's about nerve protection, brain function, and preventing one of the scariest long-term effects of diabetes: nerve damage. 5. Vitamin E. We've covered minerals, sunshine, heart-friendly fats, and nerve-protecting vitamins. Now let's talk about one final nutrient, often overlooked, but quietly guarding your cells from one of the biggest hidden dangers in diabetes: oxidative stress. This is vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant. If you've never heard of oxidative stress, think of it like cellular rust. When your blood sugar stays high, it creates free radicals, unstable molecules that attack your healthy cells. Over time, this damages blood vessels, organs, and nerves. This damage is what fuels diabetic complications: heart disease, nerve pain, kidney failure, vision loss. Vitamin E steps in like a shield. It neutralizes those free radicals before they can do harm. It protects your cells, your tissues, and your long-term health. A study from Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice found that supplementing with vitamin E significantly reduced inflammatory markers, including CRP, C-reactive protein A, a major signal of inflammation inside your body. Vitamin E has also been shown to improve endothelial function, which means it helps keep your blood vessels flexible and strong. That matters, because healthy blood flow is crucial in preventing complications like neuropathy and kidney damage. And here's something powerful. By reducing inflammation and protecting cells, vitamin E can indirectly improve insulin sensitivity, helping your body respond better to insulin and keep blood sugar more stable. So how do you get it? Vitamin E is found in healthy whole foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, avocados. But like many nutrients, getting enough vitamin E through food alone can be a challenge, especially with modern diets and stress levels that deplete antioxidant stores. That's why supplementation may help. Look for natural vitamin E on the label, written as D-melma-tocopherol, not the synthetic DLMA version. The range is 200 to 400 IU per day, but don't go overboard. Because here's the warning. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, which means your body stores the extra. And in high doses, especially if you're on blood thinners, it can slightly increase the risk of bleeding, so it's essential to talk to your doctor before starting. Still, when taken properly, vitamin E can be a quiet yet powerful defender, protecting your blood vessels, reducing damage, and keeping complications at bay. And that brings us full circle. Because managing diabetes isn't just about cutting sugar. It's about supporting your body, giving it what it truly needs to heal, protect, and perform. You've now learned the top 5 vitamins that can truly change the game for blood sugar control: magnesium, vitamin D, chromium, omega-3s, and vitamin E. But how do you put them into your life safely and effectively? So now you know the 5 most powerful vitamins every diabetic should consider: magnesium, vitamin D, chromium, omega-3, and vitamin E. Each one plays a unique role, supporting insulin, calming inflammation, protecting your heart, nerves, and kidneys. These aren't just supplements, they're tools to help your body fight back. And maybe for the first time in a while, you feel like you have some control again. Because managing diabetes isn't just about avoiding sugar, it's about building strength from the inside out. And these nutrients, they're your quiet allies. No one is saying this journey is easy. But small steps, like adding the right vitamins, can lead to big changes over time. Better energy, fewer complications, more hope. You deserve that. You deserve to feel better, live better, and believe in a healthier future again. If this video helped you, go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss out on the practical tips and honest health advice we share every week. And if you want to learn more about reversing diabetes naturally, check out the videos I've linked in the description below. Take one small action today for your future self. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay hopeful. You've got this. Thank you for watching our video today. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. We truly appreciate you support, and it will motivate us to continue make more information video to help you all. Thank you, and goodbye.